Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Cavalier Field. The A's have returned home for the first time in 7 games. So the A's and the Hayes Larks going at it tonight. It is a non-league matchup for the A's. The A's took game last night from the Hayes Larks 4-2, hoping to do that same thing again tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll take a look at our starting lineups. Starting with the Hayes Larks, it is leading off for the Larks is a designated hitter, number 2, Tanner Rice. Batting second, center fielder, number 8, Leo Jimian. Batting third, shortstop, number 3, Austin Jaslov. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 26, Tyler LaRue. Batting fifth, right fielder, number 1, Jack Terosian. Batting sixth, third baseman, number 12, Palmer Hutchinson. Batting seventh, catcher, number 5, Jackson Halter. Batting eighth, left fielder, number 6, Hunter Rawson. And running out the lineup for the Hayes Larks is second baseman, number 4, Ben Ferenzi. Starting pitcher for the Larks is number 22, Cade Hare. So it's Rice, Jimian, Jaslov, LaRue, Terosian, Hutchinson, Halter, Rawson, Ferenzi, and Hare on the mound for the Larks. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup for your Dodge City A's. Leading off is the right fielder, number 22, Kyle Morrell. Batting second, center fielder, number 3, Matthew Sandoval. Batting third, second baseman, number 10, Roberto Gonzalez. Batting fourth, designated hitter, number 7, Tyler Tobey. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 4, Arubio Duran. Batting sixth, first baseman, number 34, Artie Ramirez. Batting seventh, shortstop, number 23, Brock Denbo. Batting eighth, third baseman, number 2, Andrew Ramirez. And running out the lineup for the Dodge City A's is a left fielder, number 6, Michael Widener. Starting pitcher for the A's is Ethan Batista. So that is the lineup. It is Morrell, Sandoval, Gonzalez, Tobey, Duran, Artie Ramirez, Denbo, Andrew Ramirez, Widener, and Batista on the mound for the A's. So that is the lineup for today's matchup, a non-league game against the Hayes Larks. We're getting set for opening pitch, and we'll be stepping aside here momentarily for the national anthem. So the A's took last night's game 4-2 and have evened their season now at 9-9 overall. That is a look at our standings currently. We're going to step aside for the national anthem. It is time for a ball game here in Dodge City. Ethan Batista on the mound for the A's, and Tanner Rice leading off for the Hayes Larks. He looks at the first pitches he sees. 4 balls, currently 3-0 now to Tanner Rice, leading off for the Hayes Larks. So 3-0. One catches the outer edge, and strike number 1. 3-1 now to Tanner Rice from Ethan Batista. Batista delivers. That one's fouled off and out of play to the left, so we'll be a full count now. Payoff pitch coming from Ethan Batista. Payoff pitch misses to the outside, and a leadoff walk issued to Tanner Rice, and that will bring in Leo Jimian to the mound, or to the plate rather. Big story from last night's contest was A's won that one 4-2. More so, the Hayes Larks left 17 runners on base in that contest. So just one timely hit could have broken that contest wide open, but did not. And first pitch is a ball now to Leo Jimian. So the A's looking to continue, throw down to first, not in time, and a familiar face to the Dodge City A's now on the lineup and on the roster, and Artie Ramirez. Ramirez played for the A's last year and was recovering from an injury and now back on the roster this year. So welcome to Artie. That pitch catches the upper corner for strike number 1. 1-1 the count now to Leo Jimian. And one swing of the bat, and it's now a 2-run ball game as Jimian sends a home run ball just to the left of the scoreboard. The Hayes Larks now leading this one 2-0. So that will bring in Austin Jaslove. Ethan Batista comes into tonight's contest. This is his 7th appearance for the Dodge City A's. Has been the starter in 1 game. First pitch is grounded back to Batista at the mound. Throw over to Ramirez at first in time, and 1 away for the Hayes Larks. So the Larks leading this one 2-1, or 2-0 at this time. 1 away, and that brings in Tyler LaRue. LaRue was the catcher for the Larks last night, playing at first base tonight. First pitch catches the outer corner for strike number 1. Ethan Batista making his 2nd start for the Dodge City A's, and that pitch is hit on the ground out to Denbo at short. Throw over to Artie Ramirez at first in time, and now 2 away for the Hayes Larks. So that will bring in Jack Tarosian. Tarosian, A familiar face, having played in the Jayhawks, so familiar with Cavalier Field. Swing and a miss for pitch number 1. Ethan Batista getting his second start for the Dodge City A's. Comes into tonight's contest having pitched 10.1 innings. His last start was against the Liberal BJs back on Wednesday, June the 15th. That pitch is outside and evens a count at 1 apiece. So Ethan Batista started against the BJs in a non-league matchup on June the 15th. 1 run, 1 hit, struck out 3 and hit 3 in that contest. Trojan sends that one high and deep out into center field, but Sandoval tracking it, hauls it in, and that is out number 3 for the Hayes Larks. So we're headed to the bottom of the first, but the Larks strike first, and the A's will have the top of the order due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. It is the bottom of the first, and Kyle Morrell leading off for the Dodge City A's, and he will take the first pitch he sees from starting pitcher Cade Hare for strike number 1. I am joined in by pitcher William Roberts.
Hello.
Great entrance.
Short and sweet.
Short, sweet, and to the point. That's the way we like it around here. And the second pitch is inside, and ball number 1. 1-1 the count to Kyle Morrell. Morrell's been a staple in the leadoff position for the Dodge City A's. I'd have to go back and look in the records book, but it's been a while that he's been in that position.
Yeah, he does the job too. He's a very good leadoff hitter.
That pitch is outside, and now 2-1 to Kyle Morrell. One splits the plate, now 2-2. Kyle Morrell comes into tonight having played in 15 games so far this season for the Dodge City A's. Accounts for 18 hits, 12 singles, 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs. And that one's misses, and now a full count. Kyle Morrell has driven in 15 and scored 15 runs of his own. Big swing and a miss on the payoff pitch, and out number one for the Dodge City A's. That will be Matthew Sandoval coming in. Sandoval, another staple in this lineup, has been hitting in the 2-hole for quite a while. Sandoval will step in to face the righty, Cade Hare. The Hayes Larks wearing their red tops, blue letters, gray pants, and blue caps. The A's with their green tops and white numbers and letters outlined in gold, white pants and green caps. Hare delivers down low for ball number one, and that evens a count at 1 apiece. Big swing from Matthew Sandoval, and now down in the count 1-2. Last night's matchup against the Hayes Larks, which the A's won, a 4-2 decision, was a non-league game. Tonight's game is non-league as well, so will not affect the league standings. That one's fouled off just outside the first base line. We'll redo the 1-2 over again. So the A's will have an off day tomorrow, and then we'll play the Hayes Larks in league action back here at Cavalier Field on Tuesday evening. Hare delivers a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Matthew Sandoval. So 2 away for the Dodge City A's, and that will bring in Roberto Gonzalez. Gonzalez, also another player that's been making himself a staple in this lineup after having joined the team just about 2 weeks ago now.
Tell you what, time flies.
Gonzalez will take the first pitch he sees and fouls it off to the first base coach's box, and Riker Sullivan over there to gather that one in.
Another new guy. He got here, I don't know, probably a week ago now. But
he got here just, I think, 2 nights before we left to go on the Colorado trip.
Yeah, well.
A big swing and a miss from Roberto Gonzalez, and he now finds himself down in the count 0-2. Seems kind of hard to believe it, but the A's have not been at home at Cavalier Field in almost 2 weeks. The A's last played at home on Wednesday, June the 15th, a game that they won, facing the Liberal BJs, a 7-6 decision in favor of the A's. That game kind of in the middle of that big winning streak that the A's went on. Gonzalez will send that one on the ground out to short, throw over to first in time, and that will end the inning for the A's. Nothing doing for the A's in the bottom of the first. We're headed to the top of the second. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. It is Palmer Hutchinson leading off for the Hayes Larks. In the top of the second, we'll face Ethan Batista out for his second inning of work, and he'll take the first pitch he sees for strike number one. Pitch 2 is sent out to center field, and Matthew Sandoval there to haul that one in for out number one. So quick fly out and one away for the Hayes Larks. That will bring in Jackson Halter. Halter has not seen any action against the Dodge City A's yet. So today is the first game he's played against the A's, and he will take a little excuse me hack and foul off the first pitch he sees.
A little half-hearted swing there.
Ethan Batista looking in. He'll work from the first base side of the rubber. Throws in and delivered low for ball number one. The A's and the Hayes Larks have some tradition. Two teams that used to play in the Jayhawk. Then when it fell apart, they both went to the KCLB. Then in 19, the Hayes Larks left and went to the Rocky Mountain League. So now the Hayes Larks and Dodge City A's are back together. So 2-2 the count now to Jackson Halter. He'll foul off the 2-2 pitch. Batista delivers. That one's outside, and it will be a full count to Jackson Halter. Payoff pitch coming from Batista. Sent and hit foul just right in front of the first base bag. So we'll do the payoff pitch over again. Batista set, delivers, and that one's hit on the ground right back at Batista. Throw over to Artie Ramirez at first, and that will be out number 2 for the Hayes Larks. So now 2 away here in the top of the second, and that will bring in Hunter Rawson. Rawson played as the designated hitter in last night's lineup. Had himself one at bat and walked on. The first pitch from Ethan Batista is high for ball one. That one's sent out into center field and not able to get to it. That will fall in for a hit and bring in Ben Ferenzi. So the Larks now with their second hit of the ball game, leading this one 2-0 with 2 away in the top of the second. Ben Ferenzi will step in and throw over to first. Not in time, and Enzi played in last night's game. 3 at-bats, walked on once, and struck out once. He'll take the first pitch he sees from Ethan Batista for strike number 1. Batista delivers. That one's hit off the end of the bat and foul out into the field to our right for strike number 2. Batista delivers. That one's down low and gets away from the catcher, Ruby Duran. No advancement, though, for Hunter Rawson down at first. So 1-2 the count now to Ben Ferenzi. Batista delivers. That one inside, evens the count at 2 apiece. So the 2-2 pitch from Batista. Kicks and delivers. That one's hit. Hit to Roberto Gonzalez covering second. Throw over to first was in time, and that will end the inning for the Larks. We are headed to the bottom of the second. Tyler Tobey, Rubio Duran, and Artie Ramirez due up. When we return, you've been listening to A's Baseball. Leading off here in the bottom of the second will be Tyler Tobey for the Dodge City A's. Tobey will step in to face the right-handed Hare. He'll take the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Big swing and a miss from Tobey, and now down in the count 0-2. Tobey takes that one. He'll send it out into right center field into the Bermuda Triangle, and hauling it in for the out is Leo Jimian. So out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. Jimian was sprinting in and able to get to that one. So that will bring in Rubio Duran. Duran hitting .256 on the season so far. Has been out of the A's lineup for a little bit. Back at the catcher's position tonight. First pitch from Hare is inside for ball number 1. That one's hit on the ground. 2/3, throw over to first was in time, and quickly 2 away now for the A's. So that will bring in Artie Ramirez. Ramirez making his first start with the Dodge City A's. Made the trip with the A's to Hayes last night. Did not play in that game, but getting the start at first base here tonight. He'll take the first pitch he sees for a strike. So Hare has been pounding the zone, 21 pitches so far, 15 for strikes. Hare struck out the first 2 batters that he faced and has faced the minimum so far here with 2 away in the second. That one's down and outside and evens a count at 1 apiece. That pitch in for strike number 2, now 1-2 for Artie Ramirez. Cade Hare pitched against the Dodge City A's back on Tuesday, June the 7th. Ramirez takes that pitch and sends it right down the third base line. It will drop in for a hit. Ramirez is digging for second, and he will be in with a stand-up double. Ramirez hit that one just right down the foul line, keeping it fair. And a double for Artie Ramirez in his first official at bat this season with the Dodge City A's. So that will bring in Brock Denbo. Denbo hitting .214 on the season. So as we were saying, Cade Hare pitched against the Dodge City A's on June the 7th. 2 innings. Gave up a hit, walked 1, and struck out 1. One and 0 the count to Brock Denbo with runner on second. The A's looking to cut into this 2-run deficit. That one's hit on the ground right at the second baseman. Throw over to first at LaRue in time, and that will end the inning for the A's. The A's picked up their first hit in this game. We are headed to the top of the third. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Ethan Batista out for his third inning of work, and will face Tanner Rice back at the top of the lineup for the Hayes Larks. Rice walked on his first time up, finds himself up in the count 1-0. Pitch is outside, now 2-0 to Tanner Rice. Rice in last night's game walked on, struck out, walked on, and struck out. So 0-2 officially in the stat, but 0-3. He flew out. And Rice finds himself even in the count, 2 apiece. So 2-2 from Batista. He's delivered low, and another full count at bat for Ethan Batista. Payoff pitch coming. Is fouled straight down, and we'll redo the payoff over again. Batista comes set. Second payoff pitch coming. That one catches the outer edge, and a strikeout for Ethan Batista, and that will send Tanner Rice back to the dugout. Strikeout looking. 1 away for the Hayes Larks. That will bring in Leo Jimian. Jimian hit the home run in the top of the first to give the Hayes Larks the 2-0 lead. Jimian in last night's game struck out twice. He will even the count at 1 apiece. Action starting in the Hayes bullpen. Nothing serious at this point, but they are starting some warm-ups. Leo Jimian now in the count at 2-1 as he faces Ethan Batista. That one misses just to the inside, and it will be a 3-1 count now for Leo Jimian. Swing and a miss, so we'll have another full count for Ethan Batista. I believe this is now the 4th full count at bat in this game for him. And that one's fouled off, hit straight down and popped up. So, and I'm pretty sure in the previous 3 full counts, we'll redo the payoff pitch over again. Payoff pitch hit on the ground and goes in the gap between shortstop and third. That will be a hit for Leo Jimian. That will bring in Austin Jaslov. Jaslov last night, 3 hits, drove in 1, and struck out once for the Hayes Larks. That one's hit into trouble out in shallow right field, and that will put runners on first and second for the Larks. will bring in Tyler LaRue. LaRue in last night's game had 3 hits. Two innings back-to-back last night. The Hayes Larks loaded the bases, but failed to score. That pitch outside. Throw down to third was not in time, so runners advance now to second and third, and 1-0 the count to Tyler LaRue. So double steal for the Hayes Larks as Jaslov now at second, Jimian now at third. Tyler LaRue at home plate for the Larks. Batista will step off. Comes back in and comes set. That one's fouled straight back to even the count at 1 apiece. Rue will take that pitch and sends it foul and out of play to our right. Now down in the count, 1-2. The A's trying to win this one tonight, send their overall season record back above 500. That one is outside, evens the count at 2 apiece. Ethan Batista getting his second start for the Dodge City A's. That one's inside and another full count at bat. So Ethan Batista last pitched against the Rough Riders, a game in Colorado that the A's would like to put in their distant memory.
I agree.
A big swing and a miss, and Tyler LaRue goes down on strikes, and now 2 away for the Hayes Larks with Jack Tarosian coming in to bat. Tarosian flew out to center his last time up. Batista pitched against the Rough Riders, went 2 innings, 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 2. We're going to do our best to leave that game in the past.
Got to move on.
Batista, first pitch is fouled off, and strike number 1 to Jack Tarosian. Good crowd on hand here at Cavalier Field for Sunday evening. A much cooler Sunday evening than what we've recently played in. Big swing and a miss from Tarosian, finds himself down in the count, 0-2. Highs here in Dodge City reached into the 70s today. I'm not even sure that Dodge City officially broke 75. That pitch is fouled off. Count remains 0-2. Very unusual weather for this time of year in Kansas.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had how many games in a row where it was 100 plus? Not 70.
We'll take it where we can get it.
Yeah. No, I'm not complaining. I like it. Little chilliness right now. Shocks the body a little bit, too.
Trojan looks at that one inside for ball number 1. The A's are trying to get out of this inning with no damage done. Let the bats come back to work. So Ashton Jenkins and Dylan Weaver out selling the 50-50 raffle tickets for the Dodge City A's tonight. That one's foul tipped and will do the 1-2 over again. So if you come out to a Dodge City A's game, you can partake in the 50-50 raffle. For those that are of age, partake in the beer garden off the first base side. Trojan will foul that one off. The count remains 1-2. And the beautiful part of all this is the A's are about to become homestand warriors. The month of July will see the A's at home way more than they are on the road. That one's fouled off right over towards the beer garden, and count remains 1-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming to Jack Trojan, and a 1-2 count. That one will be hit. Twisting foul.
Four straight foul balls.
And 2 of the first 3 were also foul. Well, a quick look at the balls, and Ethan Bautista getting a new one. So we'll see if we can change the luck here and get another out. Trojan will step in. Batista's got his sign and come set. That one's hit. Will be a line drive out into left center field. And the Hayes Larks will take a 3-0 lead. So the Hayes Larks leading this game 4-0. Palmer Hutchinson will take the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. One's in and a little low, but catches his own, and Hutchinson finds himself down in the count 0-2. Action beginning in the A's bullpen. Looks to be Riker Sullivan. Throw down to second. Not in time, and
I mean, the ball, it was a ball in the dirt.
so a 1-2 count to Palmer Hutchinson.
Good pitch.
Jack Tarosian now on second with a stolen base. That one misses as well. Evens the count at 2 apiece. And they say that one caught the inside, and that will end the inning for the Hayes Larks. It will be Andrew Ramirez, Michael Widener, and Kyle Morrell due up for the A's when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. So the Hayes Larks make the call to the bullpen, and it is now Ben Baker Livingston on the mound for the Larks. He will face Andrew Ramirez, and Ramirez takes first pitch he sees for strike number 1. Ramirez will take that one, sends it over to second, or short, throw over to first in time, and out number 1 for the Dodge City A's. So quick ground out. 1 away. So that will bring up Michael Widener. Widener coming into tonight's contest, hitting 171 on the season. Takes first pitch he sees for ball number 1. He'll foul that one off. Now even in the count at 1 apiece. So Michael Widener, 6 hits, 5 singles, 1 double. Has driven in 2, scored 5 runs of his own. Been hit by pitch once. Walked on 4 times and struck out 11. Currently finds himself in a batter's count at 3-1. Big swing and miss from Widener, and that will be a full count now. Payoff pitch from Livingston is outside, and that is a walk for Michael Widener, and we're back at the top of the order for the Dodge City A's with Kyle Morrell. Morrell struck out swinging his first time up. So Morrell steps in to face a new pitcher in Ben Baker Livingston. First pitch he sees is outside for ball number 1. So Kyle Morrell coming into tonight's contest hitting .321. He'll take that pitch and foul it off now, even in the count at 1 apiece. The night for Cade Hare is done. He will go 2 innings. Throws 26 pitches. Struck out 2. Allowed 1 hit. And that is the stat line for Cade Hare. So 2-1 the count to Kyle Morrell. Throw down to first was not in time. The A's are trying to cut into this 4-run deficit. Big swing and a miss will even the count at 2 apiece. That wild pitch will get away from the catcher Jackson Halter, and Michael Widener now at second. So full count now to Kyle Morrell. Payoff pitch from Ben Baker Livingston coming. Swing and a miss will make it 2 outs now for the Dodge City A's, and Kyle Morrell now 2 strikeouts in this game. So that will bring in Matthew Sandoval. Matthew Sandoval, another strikeout victim in his first at bat. Sandoval steps into tonight's contest hitting .344 on the season, an on-base percentage of .452. He'll take the first pitch he sees from Livingston for strike number 1. Livingston delivers. That one's hit on the ground, out too short, bobbled. Throw over to first is offline, and thinking through that one, the scoreboard gave it an error. And I can agree with that, because had he not bobbled that, that would have been the 3rd out of the inning. So Widener at first, Widener at 3rd, Sandoval at first. So that brings in Roberto Gonzalez. Gonzalez grounded out his first time up. Runners on the corners for the A's with 2 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. 2-1 now the count to Roberto Gonzalez. That ball is hit out into right center field. Leo Jimian diving for it, not able to get to it. Matthew Sandoval digging for home, and that will score 2, so the A's have cut the lead in half. So one swing of the bat and a stand-up triple for Roberto Gonzalez. So that will bring in Tyler Tobey. That is the second triple for Roberto Gonzalez in this season. So Tyler Tobey will step in, and he takes the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. A's trailing in this game 4-2. That one sent on the ground right back up through the center hole, and that will score another one and an RBI single for Tyler Tobey. So now runner at first for the Dodge City A's and trailing 4-3. So that brings in Ruby Duran. Duran grounded out his last time up. That one's hit to short, throw to second base, and that will end the inning on a fielder's choice. But not after the A's score 3. We're headed to the top of the 4th. A's trailing 4-3. You've been listening to A's Baseball. The A's make the call to the bullpen, and it is Riker Sullivan on the mound now for the A's. And a one pitch out as Jackson Halter lines right back to Artie Ramirez for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out already in this inning for Riker Sullivan, and he will face Hunter Rawson now. Rawson singled his last time up, and first pitch he sees is down for ball number 1. So 1-0 the count for Rawson. That is outside, and now 2-0. So Ethan Batista's night is done. He goes 3 innings, throws 67 pitches, accounts for 4 runs, struck out 3, walked 1. That is the stat line for Ethan Batista. That one's hit on the ground out to short, throw over to first in time, and Ramirez stretching for that one is out number 2. Now 2 out for the Hayes Larks, and that brings in Ben Ferenzi. Ferenzi 0 for 1, grounded out his last time up. Looks at the first pitch he sees down for ball number 1. That one's outside, now 2-0. Riker Sullivan making his 3rd appearance for the Dodge City A's. His first non-start appearance. Now down in the count 3-0 to Ben Ferenzi. Riker, another one of those pitchers that pitched in the Rough Riders game. He got the start in that one, went 4 innings. That one's outside and will be a walk. So that will bring up Tanner Rice to the plate. We're back at the top of the order for the Hayes Larks, making now their 3rd trip through the batting order. Rice struck out looking his last time up. That pitch is in, but misses for ball number 1. Riker went 4 innings against the Rough Riders. 2 hits, 1 run, struck out 4. Has a collective ERA on the season of 2.25 coming into tonight's contest. 2-0 the count to Tanner Rice. That one inside, and now 3-0. So after a quick line out to start the inning, Riker now struggling to find the zone. And a 4-pitch walk to Tanner Rice, and that will bring in Leo Jimian. Quick mound visit coming from Coach Woodruff. The Hayes Larks have scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third, have 5 hits, have committed 1 error, have stranded 2. The A's scored 3 in the third, have 3 hits, have not stranded any yet, or have not committed an error and have stranded 2. So after that mound visit, Riker Sullivan will face Leo Jimian. Jimian 2 for 2 in this game, a home run and a single. First pitch in for a strike. So after back-to-back walks, Sullivan gets first pitch for a strike. Riker steps on, throws in, and throw down to first, trying to throw out Tanner Rice, and Rice is slow getting up. There was a collision as Rice was coming back into the bag, and Artie Ramirez trying to get to the ball thrown down. Artie Ramirez is picking up pieces of something off of the turf. Tanner Rice is up, and we will continue play. So Riker Sullivan will go back to Leo Jimian, 1-1 the count, 2 away here in the top of the fourth. A's trailing in this game 4-2, or 4-3, sorry. That pitch is in and low for ball number 2. So 2-1 now to Jimian. Sullivan delivers. That one's hit in the air. Out to center field. Sandoval tracking and will haul it in for out number 3. So the Larks will strand 2 more. The A's are coming up to bat here in the bottom of the fourth. It will be Artie Ramirez, Brock Denbo, and Andrew Ramirez due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. We are headed to the home half of the fourth inning. The A's trailing in this game 4-3. We're going to take a quick opportunity to thank some of our sponsors, the Grand Slam sponsors, the City of Dodge City and Ford County, Curbs Law Office, McDonald's Cool Enterprises LLC, Lewis Automotive Group, Lauren Dahl, and Community Foundation of Southwest Kansas. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. So leading off here in the fourth inning will be Artie Ramirez. Ramirez doubled his first time up. Ramirez takes first pitch he sees. He'll send it out to right field, and 1 pitch, 1 out. As he flies out to right field. So that will bring up Brock Denbo. Denbo steps in, having grounded out his first time up. And it is Ben Baker Livingston on the mound for his now second inning of work. Denbo takes the first pitch he sees on the outer edge for strike number 1. Baker Livingston delivers a big swing and a miss from Denbo, and down quickly in the count, 0-2 with one away. The A's will have an off day tomorrow. That one's delivered just a bit outside and brings the count to 1-2. A's are off tomorrow. We'll be back in action back here at Cavalier Field on Tuesday evening. They will face these Hayes Larks again. That will be a league game. So league standings on the line in that one. 2-2 the count to Brock Denbo. Livingston delivers. That one's up high, and after being down in the count 0-2, 3 straight balls, and we're at a full count. Payoff pitch from Livingston. That one's fouled and nicks the foul pole right in front of us. We'll redo the payoff over again. Second payoff pitch from Livingston. That one's fouled off as well over towards the batting cages outside the right field line, and Brock Denbo taking an extended at bat against Ben Baker Livingston. Livingston delivers. That one's down, and a walk to Brock Denbo will bring in Andrew Ramirez. And yes, for those of you wondering, R.T. Ramirez and Andrew Ramirez are brothers. R.T. Ramirez playing at the University of Texas. Andrew Ramirez having committed to Queens College, and Andrew will take that one. He hits it high into the air out towards left field, and that will be out number 2 for the Dodge City A's. So that will bring in Michael Widener. Widener walked his last time up. So Michael Widener steps in. He'll take the first pitch he sees. He sends it out to left field, and Hunter Rawson there to gather that in, and that will be out number 3 for the A's. So the A's will strand one. We're headed to the top of the 5th. A's trailing 4-3. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Riker Sullivan on the mound for his now second inning of work as we are in the top of the 5th. It is Austin Jaslov leading off for the Hayes Larks. Jaslov will take the first pitch he sees down low for ball number 1. Jaslov 1 for 2 in this game, singled his last time up. He'll take that one and foul it off and evens the count at 1 apiece. Jazz Love, if memory serves me correct, was the beverage batter for the Hayes Larks in last night's game, and his first 3 at-bats were singles. So 1-2 the count. Now to Austin Jaslove. That pitch delivered outside, evens the count at 2 apiece. So after that ball is hit on the ground, will be out into right field for a hit, and the leadoff hitter is aboard for the Hayes Larks. Brings in Tyler LaRue. LaRue 0 for 2, struck out swinging his last time up. So unlike the Dodge City A's, who have not gotten their leadoff hitter on, the Hayes Larks have had their leadoff on now for the second time. So 0-1 the count to Tyler LaRue. Throw over to first. And that sends Keith Harper scattering away as that pitch got to Artie Ramirez quickly. Not a pitch, that throw. Sorry. That pitch to Tyler LaRue is fouled off. LaRue finds himself down in the count, 0-2. And that one will get through the legs of catcher Duran, so a wild pitch to Riker, and that will put Austin Jaslev on at second. One and two to LaRue. That one catches the upper corner, and LaRue goes down looking for the first out. That'll bring in Jack Tarosian. Tarosian 1 for 2 in this game, singled his last time up, and takes first pitch he sees high and inside for ball number 1. Runner on second for the Larks. One away here in the top of the 5th. Larks leading 4-3. Tarosian takes second pitch down low, ball number 2. Time has been called and Tarosian will step out. Sullivan delivers, and that one again high and inside. 3-0 to Jack Tarosian. 4-pitch walk, and that will put runners on first and second for the Hayes Larks. Home plate umpire will go over to the A's dugout, gather more balls, and the Larks have been beneficiaries now of being on base 4 times via the walk. Palmer Hutchinson will take the first pitch. He sees for strike number 1. So fielder's choice, as that ball was hit hard and coming quickly at Brock Denbo, but runner out at second. 2 away now for the Hayes Larks. Runners on the corners. That brings up Jackson Halter. Halter 0 for 2 on the evening. Hit a line drive his last time up. A line drive right back at Artie Ramirez. He takes the first pitch he sees for ball number 1. That one's hit blooped right over the outstretched arms of Andrew Ramirez at third base, and that will extend the Hayes lead 5-3. So that brings in Hunter Rawson. And Braden Lukehart is the courtesy runner for the catcher, Jackson Halter. So 1-1 the count to Hunter Rawson. Pitch down low, evens the count at 1 apiece. Rawson will foul that one off now, and the count 1-2. Sullivan delivers. That one's hit out into right center field. Kyle Morrell tracking and hauls it in, and that will end the inning for the Hayes Larks. Larks will strand 2 more, and we are headed to the bottom of the 5th. A's trailing 5-3. Kyle Morrell, Matthew Sandoval, and Robert Gonzalez due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. It is the bottom of the fifth, and the A's trailing 5-3. Kyle Morrell leading off for the A's, a strikeout victim both times he's been at bat. Take this opportunity to thank our home run sponsors, Rabine Brothers Law Firm, Conant Construction LLC, Parker Haskins Insurance Incorporated, Duke Energy, and Edward Jones Melanie Harshberger. Thank you for your support and sponsorship of Dodge City A's baseball. So Kyle Morrell steps in. Takes first pitch he sees for strike number one to the new pitcher Sam Hendon. Hendon, the right-hander, on the mound now for the Hayes Larks. And Kyle Morrell now even in the count at one apiece. Morrell will send that pitch on the ground out to second, throw to first in time, and out number one for the A's. One away now, and that will bring in Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval 0 for 2. Got on an error his last time up. It was a contested error. That is one of those well-hit balls that if fielded cleanly would have been an out and the last out of the inning. Matthew Sandoval takes the first pitch he sees and drives it out into right field. Jack Trojan there to haul it in, and out number two for the Dodge City A's. One and 0 the count now to Roberto Gonzalez. Gonzalez will take that one he sees and fouls it off. Evens the count at one apiece. Two away for the Dodge City A's here in the home half of the fifth inning. A's trying to cut into this 5-3 lead of the Hayes Larks. That one in and catches a zone, and Roberto Gonzalez down in the count 1-2. Hendon delivers that one out. Evens a count at two apiece. Swung on and hit. Chopper on the ground. Fielded at second base, throw over to first in time, and that ends the inning for the A's. We're headed to the top of the sixth. You've been listening to A's Baseball. A's make the call to the bullpen, and it is Christian Machado now on the mound for the A's. Ben Ferenzi leading off for the Hayes Larks and takes the first pitch he sees outside for ball number 1. 2-0 the count now to Ben Ferenzi. That one catches his own, now 2-1. Riker Sullivan goes 2 innings, throws 38 pitches, gives up 1 run, struck out 1, 2 hits, walked 3. So Riker Sullivan's night is done, and it is now a full count to Ben Ferenzi. He was trotting down to first, thought he had just taken ball 4, called a strike, and payoff pitch coming now from Christian Machado. That one is outside and ball number 4. So that will bring in Tanner Rice, leadoff runner aboard again for the Hayes Larks, and Rice will step in 0 for 1. Beneficiary of the walk 2 times in this game so far. Throw over to first, not in time. So the walk has been an issue for the A's pitching staff here tonight. Machado will fire in and catch the zone for strike number 1 to Tanner Rice. Christian Machado comes into tonight having pitched 7 innings, making his 8th appearance for the Dodge City A's. All of those out of the bullpen. Machado last pitched against the Rough Riders, a 1-inning appearance, 1 hit, 3 runs, walked 2 and struck out 2. One and one the count to Tanner Rice. Christian Machado's longest outing, a 3-inning outing against the Fort Collins Foxes on Sunday, June the 19th. 2 hits, 1 run, walked 1 and struck out 2 in that. Machado's overall ERA 9.9 on the season. Drop third strike that gets away from Duran will put Tanner Rice on at first, and no one out for Leo Jimian. Jimian steps in 2 for 3 on the evening, flew out his last time up. Rather, they're going to say that Tanner Rice is out, so out number 1. 2-0 the count to Leo Jimian. Runner on second, now runner on third for the Hayes Larks as Ben Ferenzi goes to third and no throw from catcher Ruby Duran. Two and two the count to Leo Jimian. Now, full count to Leo Jimian. Runner at third in Ben Ferenzi, one away for the Hayes Larks. Payoff pitch from Christian Mikado. That one misses just outside and will put runners on the corners for the Larks. The Larks have already stranded 6 in this game. That will bring in Austin Jaslov. Jaslov 2 for 3, singled his last time up. Jaslov steps in after having himself a night last night. Throw over to first, not in time. Takes first pitch he sees outside for ball number 1. A's trailing 5-3 right now. Runners on the corners for the Larks with one away in the top of the second. Machado pitches. Swing and a miss. Throw down to first is not in time. Trying to catch Leo Jimian off balance. So that swing and a miss evens a count at 1 apiece. Machado delivers. That one's hit right back up the middle out into shallow center field, and that will score another one, and runners at first and second for the Hayes Larks. So runners at first and second. That will bring in Tyler LaRue. LaRue 0 for 3 on the evening. Struck out looking his last time up. 1 out for the Larks. Larks leading this one 6-3. Pitch is fouled off right back at the first base dugout for strike number 1. Machado comes set, working from the third base side of the rubber. Fastball that is hit high in the air out towards center field. Sandoval tracking. He's got it for out number 2. So now 2 away for the Hayes Larks and no advancement from the runners. That will bring in Jack Terosian. Terosian 1 for 2 on the evening. Walked his last time up. Unlike last night, the Hayes Larks are making contact with the ball and moving runners around. Big swing and a miss for Terosian. It bounces off the pads of Duran. Strike number 1. Strike number 2 now to Jack Trojan. Trojan, a strikeout victim twice last night against the Dodge City A's. Machado will look back and chase Theo Jimian back to second. 0-2 from Machado is fouled off, and count remains 0-2. RJ Watanabe warming up in the bullpen for the Dodge City A's. That one sent on the ground, fielded at second, throw to short. Covering second base is Brock Denbo, and that will be the third out of the inning. So that fielder's choice ends the inning for the Hayes Larks. The Larks strand 2 more. And we are headed to the bottom of the 6th. It is Tyler Tobey, Rubio Duran, and Artie Ramirez due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. It is the A's and Hayes Larks. A's trailing in this game 6-3. Sam Hendon back out for his second inning of work for the Larks. We'll take this opportunity to thank our triple sponsor, Cargill Meat Solutions. Go ahead and thank our double sponsors as well. Winter Livestock Incorporated, I Don't Care Family Restaurant and Sports Bar, Kelly Hendricks DDS, Western Beverage, Village Square Merchants Association, ITC Great Plains LLC, Kirby Meat Company, Best Water of Southwest Kansas, Danny Thomas, the Victory Electric Cooperative Association Incorporated, and Farm Bureau Wealth Management, and C. Fergon. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's baseball. So Tyler Tobey leading off for the A's takes the first pitch he sees inside for ball number 1. Tobey will send that one. It's on a rope out directly at the left fielder, Hunter Rawson, and one away for the Dodge City A's. So that will bring in Ruby Duran. Duran 0 for 2 on the evening, hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. Unlike the success last night, the A's are hitting the ball to everywhere that the Larks are. Only 3 hits on the evening for the Dodge City A's. And Duran will take the first pitch he sees on the inner part of the plate for strike number 1. The A's. Duran pops that one up. And the catcher fields it, but slams into the railing on the third base dugout. Out number 2 for the A's. Jackson Halter going to get a few tosses in to make sure he's okay after slamming in ribs first into the railing in front of the third base dugout. It will be Artie Ramirez in for the Dodge City A's. Ramirez 1 for 2 on the evening, flew out his last time up. He will face Sam Hendon. That pitch catches the lower part of the zone for strike number 1. The A's have not had a base runner on since Brock Denbo in the 4th inning via a walk. Seven straight have been retired by this Hayes Larks defense. So 0-2 the count now to Artie Ramirez. Hendon set, working from the third base side of the rubber. Delivers, and that one's fouled off back over the press box for another foul ball, obviously. So count will remain 0-2. Hendon with a big deep breath, looks in. He's got a sign and come set. Delivers. That one's hit out into left field, and it will drop in for a hit. Another extra bases hit for Artie Ramirez as he is in safely with his second double of the day. So that will bring in Brock Denbo. Denbo 0 for 1 on the evening, and that will break a 7-straight streak of the A's being retired by the Hayes Larks defense. So now Brock Denbo at bat. Denbo walked on his last time up. Denbo was the last runner on for the A's back in the 4th inning. Hendon delivers. Pitch catches the upper part of the zone for strike number 1. So Artie Ramirez making a big impact for the A's in just his first game this season. 2 doubles already. Hendon delivers. That one to the outside edge. Evens a count at 1 apiece. Hayes Larks have scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the 5th, and 1 in the 6th. The A's 3 in the third. That pitch outside and brings us to 2-1 to Brock Denbo. So the Hayes Larks with 8 hits, 1 error. They have stranded 8 as well. The A's 4 hits, and they have stranded 3 runners. Hendon peers in and has his sign and comes set. Denbo will take a big swing at that offering from Hendon and misses to even the count at 2 apiece. The 2-2 offering from Sam Hendon coming. Artie Ramirez with a big lead. That one inside and catches Denbo looking, and that will end the inning for the A's. The A's will strand 1 more, and we are headed to the top of the 7th. A's trailing this one 6-3. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. It is the top of the 7th, and the A's make the call to the bullpen. It is R.J. Watanabe on the mound now for the A's. So Watanabe, making his 9th appearance this season, pitched 9.2 innings, comes in with a collective 13.034 ERA. So RJ struggled a little bit, got some time in while we were out in Colorado. And it was those games that drove up his ERA. Watanabe last pitched against the Rough Riders at 2/3 of an inning. 2 hits, 2 runs, struck out 1. So he faces Palmer Hutchinson. 2-0 offering from Watanabe. Up and over the head of Hutchinson. 3-0. RJ also made an appearance against the Outlaws, that a 1/3 of an inning. He'll catch the zone with that pitch to make it 3-1 to Palmer Hutchinson. Watanabe working from the first base side of the rubber. Throws in on the inside and a leadoff walk, and another inning where the Hayes Larks have their leadoff runner on. So that will bring in Jackson Halter, the catcher. Halter, 1 for 3 on the evening, singled his last time up. Watanabe delivers. That one's low for ball number 1. A quick change out of personnel for the music department. Throw down to first is not in time. So 1-0 delivery to Jackson Halter. Watanabe's got a sign. Delivers. That one's inside. Stopped by Duran. Now 2-0. Ashton Jenkins getting work down in the A's bullpen currently. And Jacob Klinowski went down as well, so 3-0 to Jackson Halter. Runner on first, no outs here in the top of the 7th. A's trailing in this game 6-1. So the A's took the game in Hayes last night, a 4-2 decision. This is the 4th time meeting of the A's and Larks this season, and a 4-pitch walk will bring in Hunter Rawson. So the A's dropped the first game to the Hayes Lark 10-3. That was played on Tuesday, June the 7th. It was Ben Smedshammer taking the loss in that game for the Dodge City A's. The A's would again the A's didn't face the Larks again until last night. A 4-2 decision in favor of the A's. So the A's are split with the Larks right now. Last night's game was not a league game. Same with tonight. However, the game on Tuesday night to be played here in Dodge City will be a league contest. go take a look around the Rocky Mountain League. So around the Rocky Mountain Baseball League, it is the Liberal BJs leading the league at 9-1 in league play, followed by the Hayes Larks at 9-2, the Game Day Angels in third at 7-4. Watanabe delivers down low, 4-1 to Hunter Rawson. So the Denver Cougars in fourth place at 8-6, the Dodge City A's in fifth at 6-6, the Colorado Springs Outlaws in seventh at 5-8, the Fort Collins Foxes in eighth at 3-10, and the Rough Riders 1-11 overall in last place. Strike number 1 to Hunter Rawson, evens account at 1 apiece. Watanabe will turn and act like he will throw down to second to chase Palmer Hutchinson back to the bag. So the A's in fifth place in the league overall, sitting at 500, 4 games back from first. 2-1 now the count to Hunter Rawson. So the A's will return to league play on Tuesday. They will then face the Liberal BJs on the road on Wednesday. That ball is hit right at shortstop Brock Denbo, rounding first or third. Palmer Hutchinson comes in and scores, and Hayes Larks now leading this one 7-3. So runners on first and second for the Larks. Nobody out here in the top of the seventh, and brings in Ben Ferenzi. Ferenzi 0 for 1, walked on his last time up. He's showing bunt. It's popped up and fielded by catcher Duran, and now one away for the Larks. So that will bring in Tanner Rice. Tanner Rice 0 for 2, struck out his last time up. Runners on first and second for the Larks. One away here on the top of the seventh. Rice will send that one out into shallow right center field. Another run will score, and runners now at second and third for the Larks. Will bring in Leo Jimian. Jimian 2 for 3 on the evening, walked his last time up. A's now trailing this game 8-3. So that offering is delivered inside for ball number 1 to Leo Jimian. One's hit out into right field and dropping in for a hit. The throw is offline. Now runners on the corners for the Hayes Larks. So a sacrifice fly for Leo Jimian. Will score Hunter Rawson. Tanner Rice will advance on the throw back to third. So 1-2 the count now to Austin Jaslove. Ball is tipped and fouled. Count will remain 1-2. So the A's will play a league game against the Hayes Larks on Tuesday here at Cavalier Field. Then we'll travel to Liberal on Wednesday for a non-league game against the BJs. And that will end the month of June for the Dodge City A's. And a drop third strike will end the inning for the Hayes Larks. It will be Andrew Ramirez, Michael Widener, and Kyle Morrell due up when we return. It is stretch time in Dodge City. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. It is the bottom of the seventh. A's trailing in this game 9-3. So new pitcher on the mound for the Hayes Larks is Kobe Grimsley. He will face Andrew Ramirez. Ramirez leads off and takes the first pitch he sees for strike number one. And evens the count at one apiece. We're joined in now.
Broken bat single down the line.
We're joined in now by Brendan O'Sullivan as Andrew Ramirez, the leadoff runner on, caught in a pickle, throw over to second. So that will erase the base runner and give Andrew Ramirez credit with a leadoff single. So that will bring in Michael Widener. Widener 0 for 1 in this game. He'll send the first pitch he sees out to right field, and that will be another hit for the Dodge City A's. Runner on first. So that brings in Kyle Morrell. Morrell 0 for 3 on the evening, grounded out his last time up. So the A's leadoff hitter been struggling in this game tonight. Grimsley delivers ball number 1. Grimsley looking. 1-0 delivery is outside. Now 2-0 to Kyle Morrell. How's it going, Brendan?
It's going good. See if we can get a comeback going right now.
The A's need something.
Little rally right here. Little bottom of the 7th rally.
2-1 the count now to Kyle Morrell. Kind of nice to be back at Cavalier.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to be back. Nice change from being on the road 6 days in Colorado, last night at Hayes. Nice to be back.
7 straight away from Cavalier Field. The A's last played here at Cavalier on June the 15th.
It's a long time ago.
That pitch is fouled off by Kyle Morrell and evens the count at 2 apiece. The A's, used to adversity, came back from a deficit against the Foxes. Two offering from Grimsley. High and outside, now full count. So the payoff pitch from Grimsley. Runner on first, takes off. Big swing and a miss for Kyle Morrell, and he will go down on strikes for the 3rd time this evening. Runner down at second now. That will bring in Matthew Sandoval. Sandoval 0 for 3 in this game as well. Flew out his last time up.
See if we can get a knock from Sandy right here. Guess a run here. 3rd knock of the inning.
So Michael Widener now.
Oh. Carry.
Go.
Oh, what a catch. Wow.
Big time catch by the right fielder, and that will end the inning for the A's. We are headed to the top of the 8th. A's trailing 9-3. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back into Cavalier Field. Let's take this opportunity to thank our single sponsors, Roger Hedrick, David H. Snap, LC, John Wilkinson, Garcia and Antosh, Val Hinton, Jason and Wendy Barnett, Julian Manuel Garcia. Thank you for your sponsorship and support of Dodge City A's Baseball. We are headed to the top of the 8th. And it is Ashton Jenkins on the mound now for the Dodge City A's. So tonight for R.J. Watanabe is done. And Ashton Jenkins, making his second appearance for the Dodge City A's, pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, struck out 3. That game was played against the Game Day Angels on Monday the 20th. Jenkins now on the mound for the A's. Jenkins, a guy that is familiar with Cavalier Field, having been with the Dodge City Community College Conquistadors this last season. First pitch into Tyler LaRue is a ball. That one down, now 2-0. So Jenkins on the mound for the A's, and Duran catching, teammates for the Conquistador baseball team. A half-hearted swing will send a lazy fly ball right at Artie Ramirez, and out number 1 for the Hayes Larks. That's a little bit of a excuse me hack.
Yeah, I'm 2-0. You can't be doing that.
Bat didn't even come off his shoulders,
no,
really.
He barely even swung.
So 1 away, and Jack Tarosian, a big swing and a miss, finds himself down in the count 0-1 against Ashton Jenkins. Jenkins spent the entire last year with the Conquistadors in recovery from an injury.
Yeah, Ash looks good coming back from the injury. Threw well last week at game day. That was his first time back, and he's looked very poised and worked very hard for this moment to get back. So it's good to see him having some success.
The 1-1 offering from Jenkins was outside. Appeal down to first. They say no, and now 2-1 for Jack Tarosian. Jenkins delivers. That one's high and outside, now 3-1. The A's will get a much-needed another day of rest tomorrow.
Much needed. The boys have been tired.
Which, when you think about it, the schedule that the A's play is not a normal college-like schedule. It's more of the MLB-style scheduling.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, college, you usually have a day off, or, it's a game, 2 games a day off, and 2 games again. Here we're playing every day, off day every, 4 or 5 days. So it can be taxing, especially with the travel and the heat.
Thankfully, our big travel for the season is done.
Yeah.
The A's have 4 more road trips to make this season. The rest of the games will be played here in the friendly confines of Cavalier Field. Yes, I said that correct.
Only
4 more trips to make.
Wow.
The A's are homestand warriors.
Got to get some wins at Cavalier then.
0-1, the count to Palmer Hutchinson, and he will foul that pitch off. Now down in the count, 0-2. Runner on first, and Jack Tarosian via the walk. Now Palmer Hutchinson at bat for the Larks, down in the count, 0-2. That ball is smoked down the third base line, but twisting and falling foul will do the 0-2 over again. I can tell you that as the bus driver, I very much appreciate what we are facing the rest of this season.
Players, too.
That ball is hit foul and going towards the Larks bullpen. We'll do the 0-2 over again.
See if Ash can bury him right here. Maybe mix a pitch in, mix an off-speed up, or change up. See what he's mixing here. See what Ruby puts down to get this guy swinging through something. Ooh.
Fastball high and inside, and that one gets away from Duran. Will move Tarosian over to second.
Well, good 0-2. Up high. It's a little too up high.
So 1-2 to Palmer Hutchinson. Jenkins delivers.
Oh.
Gets Hutchinson to swing and miss. And now 2 away for the Larks.
Great pitch right there by Ash. Just nibbling on that outside corner, getting him to chase. See if we can get the third out, get us in the dugout, score some runs.
Jackson Halter now up for the Hayes Larks. 1 for 3 on the evening. Walked his last time up. Jenkins taking a long look at Trojan out at first. Halter will pop that one up and foul for strike number 1. As I said, a nice evening for a ball game here at Cavalier. Doesn't get much better than this for late June in Kansas.
No, it's beautiful tonight. Not too hot, not too cold. No wind. That's the biggest thing.
That one catches the upper part of the zone. Now 0-2.
See if Ash can retire this bat, I guess, in the dugout. Did great with 0-2 last time. Nibbled around the plate. See what him and Ruby are working on right here.
Fastball outside, hit out into center field, but Matthew Sandoval there to haul that one in. That will end the inning for the Larks. We're headed to the bottom of the 8th. Roberto Gonzalez, Tyler Toby, and Rubiel Duran due up for the A's when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Bottom of the 8th, A's trailing 9-3. Is Roberto Gonzalez leading off. He will face Kobe Grimsley out for his now second inning of work. Gonzalez 1 for 3 on the evening, grounded out his last time up. He'll show bunt, lays it down. No play available, and leadoff runner aboard for the Dodge City A's. And as they would say, speed kills. And
yep, perfectly
Roberto
executed.
Gonzalez laid that one down perfect.
Perfectly executed. You know, he's trying to get a spark going for us in the bottom of the 8th, and you know, a bunt like that just does it. Toby's been swinging it well today. Hopefully he can keep it going. Find us a barrel somewhere.
That will bring in Tyler Toby. Toby 1 for 3 on the evening. Hit into a line drive his last time up. Takes first pitch he sees for ball number 1. one's hit into the air. Called for by LaRue, and out number 1 for the A's. That ball was hit into what is often known as the Bermuda Triangle, and LaRue able to get it.
Yeah, both first baseman and second baseman calling for it. Usually, a little collision action, but second baseman backed off last second. LaRue caught it right over him.
So that will bring in a Rubiel Duran. Duran 0 for 3 on the evening and sends the first pitch he sees foul for strike number 1. So the A's down to their final 5 outs.
Roberto with the steal of second right there. Showcasing the speed again. Laid down the bunt, gets himself into scoring position with a steal.
1-1 the count to Duran. Grimsley delivers. That one's hit high in the air towards the third base line, and it will drop foul for strike number 2.
Yep, second chance for Ruby. Got to take advantage right here. Be a great 2-strike hitter. Punch something somewhere.
The A's just trying to get something going here and cut into this 6-run deficit. After taking the lead in last night's game and feeling like that was a game that could have gone the Hayes Larks way at any point. 1-2 now to Duran. Throw in is outside, and now 2-2.
Yeah, it was definitely a big win last night to take the first game of this 3-game series with Hayes. It's always good to start off with the win. Hopefully we can come back tonight. If not, we'll have the game 3 Tuesday here.
And on the hands of Duran, that one's popped foul and over the press box. We'll redo the 2-2 over again. The A's and Hayes Larks, a team that haven't played each other since 2019. Strikeout for Duran will be out number 2, and that'll bring in Artie Ramirez. Ramirez, big-time hitter in his debut with the A's, coming back for his second season now. Ramirez 2 for 3 on the evening. Both of those stand-up doubles. Pitch is low for a ball. Ramirez steps back in. Grimsley delivers that one low and outside. Now 2-0.
Hitters count right here. We'll see what they throw Artie here. 2 doubles tonight. Might try to nibble off with some off speed, or we'll see if they challenge him with a fastball. Up by 6.
Fastball over the plate, but evidently low. 3-0 now to Ramirez. More work occurring down in the Larks bullpen. Grimsley comes set. The 3-0 offering is hit on the ground right back at Grimsley, and he'll take it himself for out number 3, and that will end the inning for the A's. We are headed to the top of the 9th. A's trailing 9-3. You've been listening to A's Baseball.
Ashton's
Top of the ninth, the A's trailing 9-3, and Ashton Jenkins back on the mound for his second inning of work. He will face Hunter Rawson leading off for the Hayes Larks, 2 for 4 on the evening. Singled his last time up and will take the first pitch he sees for strike number 1. That pitch high and inside evens the count at 1 apiece. Jenkins delivers low and outside. Now 2-1. 2-1 offering is swung on, hit to Ramirez at first, throw over to brother Artie Ramirez at first, and out number 1 for the Larks.
Biggest out of the inning right there. Get the first. Got to stack 2 more right here. Get 2 more ground balls, hopefully. Guess in the dugout again. Maybe we'll get a little rally going in the bottom of the 9th.
That one comes in and plunk spin for Enzi, so he will be on via the hit by pitch. 1 on for the Hayes Larks with 1 out. That will bring in Tanner Rice. Rice 1 for 3 on the evening, doubled his last time up. Big swing and a miss will get Rice down in the count, 0-1. The A's are trying to get the final 2 outs and try to piece something together. See if they can't extend, if not win this game. That pitch is fouled off. Rice down in the count, 0-2. Swung on and a big strikeout. 2 away now for the Hayes Larks.
Ashton's cruising right now, it seems. 1, 2, 3 right there on one of their big hitters. See if he can get the last out, retire the leadoff guy, or the 2-hitter right here. Guess in the dugout.
2-hitter has been a thorn in the A's side tonight. Leo Jimian 2 for 3 on the evening. Hit into a sac fly his last time up. That one's hit into the air, and Roberto Gonzalez there to haul that one in. That will end the inning for the Larks. We are headed to the bottom of the 9th. A's trailing 9-3. Brock Denbo, Andrew Ramirez, and Michael Widener due up when we return. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Bottom of the ninth, A's trailing 9-3. We're down to the last 3 outs to try to extend or win this game. Larks call to the bullpen, and it is Brady Rose pitching. First pitch to Brock Denbo is a strike. That pitch inside evens a count at 1 apiece, and Brady Rose is not messing around. That one up high, now 2-1 to Brock Denbo. Rose working quickly on the mound. 2-1 delivery is up high again, now 3-1. That pitch outside and will be a 5-pitch walk to Brock Denbo, the leadoff runner on for the A's. We'll bring in Andrew Ramirez. Ramirez 1 for 3 on the evening, singled his last time up. Takes the first pitch he sees for a strike. So every A's batter in the lineup, with the exception of Kyle Morrell, has been on base at least once in this game. 0-2 the count to Andrew Ramirez. Pitch inside for ball number 1. 1-2 delivery from Brady Rose. Swung on and missed, and now 1 away for the A's. That will bring in Michael Widener. Widener 1 for 2 on the evening, singled his last time up.
Now to play for the A's, left fielder number 6, Michael Widener.
Widener will step in. Offering is up high for ball number 1. So the A's with 1 out. Runner on first. Trying to piece something together to cut into the lead. Big swing and a miss from Widener will even the count at 1 apiece. So another swing and a miss now has Widener down in the count 1-2. One out, misses, evens the count at 2 apiece. Should this result stand, I believe that the win will go to Ben Baker Livingston. And the loss will go to Bautista, a full count. Payoff pitch hit on the ground, throw over to second. No play at first, so a fielder's choice. That will bring in Kyle Morrell. Morrell 0 for 4. Struck out 3 times. Takes first pitch he sees on the inside edge for strike number 1. So 2 away for the A's. Runner on first with Michael Widener. A's down to their last out to try to extend this game. Big swing and a miss, and now down in the count 0-2. So the 0-2 delivery from Rose, high and inside, brings the count to 1-2. The Larks already anticipating the win, lined up outside their dugout. A swing and a miss, and that will end the inning for the A's, and that is the ball game. A's drop this one 9-3. So I believe the win goes to Ben Baker Livingston. The loss will go to Ethan Batista. Your final game numbers. The Larks, 9 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They strand 11. The A's with 3 runs, 7 hits. They will strand 7. So that has been the ball game as the A's drop this one to the Hayes Larks. It was a non-league contest, so no league implications in this one. The A's will be back in action Tuesday evening as they face these Hayes Larks again right here at Cavalier Field. First pitch set for 7 p.m. I am Justin Hergert, have been alongside William Roberts, also joined in by Brendan O'Sullivan, saying so long and good night from Cavalier Field. You've been listening to A's Baseball.